Hi, in today's video I'm going to take you through the steps to install the FFmpeg Rust scripts on Freebsd. The FFmpeg Rust scripts are a port of my original FFmpeg shell scripts to Rust. I'm going to take you through the steps on getting them set up on Freebsd. So we're going to scroll down to the installation instructions and click Freebsd and follow the steps. Now on Freebsd you do need to install Rust first of all, because I can't compile the scripts for Freebsd on NixOS because I can't link to the header files required. So the first step is to install Rust with sudo pkg install rust. Now the scripts have some external dependencies that you need to install, which you can do using pkg by running sudo pkg install ffmpeg yt-dlp, dino and fdfind. The version of FFmpeg that is in the FreeBSD repository doesn't actually have ffplay enabled by default, which is used by a couple of the scripts. So if you want to use the EBU meter and the scopes script, you need to build FFmpeg with Poudriere to enable the ffplay option. So you need to have a look at the documentation on how you do that and how you set up Poudriere to build packages. So that's only required for 2 scripts. So if you don't need the scopes or EBU meter, you can just use FFmpeg available in the FreeBSD repositories. What we need to do first of all is create a bin directory to hold these scripts, and we can do that by running mkdir-p /bin. Now on on FreeBSD there are various shells that you can use, so I'm going to take you through the setup for setting up the path for the bin directory. If you're using the sh shell, you need to edit your ~profile and then add this code to your profile file to set the bin directory to be available in your system path. And again, if you've got ffplay installed, what you'll need to do is export SDL_video driver equals Wayland if you're running Wayland, or X11 if you're running X11. And this is required for ffplay to work correctly. If you're using the tcsh shell, you need to use setenv instead of export. So it's a similar setup. You'd run setenv SDL_video driver, and then there's no equals, and then Wayland if you're running Wayland, or X11 if you're running X11, and then reload your profile. If you're using the ZSH shell, you need to edit your ZSH env file and add this code to set the home bin directory to be available in your system path. And again, you also need to export SDL_video driver equals Wayland for Wayland, or X11 for X11, and then source your ZSH env file. If you're using bash, you need to edit your bashrc file and edit this code to add the bin directory to your system path. And again, export the SDL_video driver for Wayland or X11 depending on your setup, and source the bashrc file. After that, what you need to do is actually compile the scripts, and this doesn't actually take very long. So the first step we're going to do is create a directory in our home called git by running mkdir-p /git, and then changing into that directory by running cd /git, and then cloning the git repository into that directory by running git clone and the URL shown here. After that, we can build with cargo by changing into the FFmpeg Rust scripts directory by running cd ffmpeg-rust-scripts, and build the project with cargo, which literally takes a minute or two. So you just run cargo build -- release, and once that's completed, you can copy the compiled scripts into your bin directory. If you see some non-executable files in the bin directory, like .d files, you can remove those, and that's just extra files that are created when you actually compile these scripts. So I'll put a link to the first video in the series, which is an overview of the project and a demo of all the scripts under the video, so you can have a look at that and see how all of the scripts work.